What is up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing? Let's get this going. All right. Thought I had audio issues. We're good to go. Let me start that over. Welcome, 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 guys. Crypto FUD. And let's jump right into this. So, how's everybody doing today? Looks like we got a full house. Sorry I was a few minutes late. Sorry. How's everybody doing today? Nice. We already got the likes up. We got the whole squad in here. Let's see what I missed real quick. Goat in the house. Michael Kenemir. Carlos. Eduardo. I'm going to pronounce this. I don't know if I'm going to say it right, but is it the Frigirito? I know I didn't say that right, but what's going on, brother? Sorry about that. Randy Overcome. Tot. TJ in the house. Fax. Scott. Koktoshi. Love the name. Monero. Bailey. I just skipped a bunch of people. Tectonic. What's going on? AVK. Alberto in the house. Pink Pearl. Marlon. What's going on, brother? Nico. Joshua. Prodigy. Family right there. What's going on? And Mark. How is everybody doing today? Let's jump right into this. So, guys. Did you guys survive? Is everything okay? I was about to do a wellness check. Is everything okay with you guys? Because I know the last couple days, it's been a little rough, right? It's been a little rough. But what were we saying? The whole time, if you've been in this stream, you guys should have been okay, right? You guys should have been okay because I was providing the hopium, right? I wasn't just trying to say good things. I was showing you with facts, right? And we saw the facts on the chart. Looking right here, you could see that we were bouncing off of these pivotal spots that were moving averages, right? That we learned this in the members only club. But just pointing out these that we were bouncing, and this is on the 4 hour. Let's go down to the 2 hour here. Moving to the 2 hour, like we have been talking about, is that we had bounced beautifully off this 200-day moving average, the 200-day SMA, simple moving average. And I was telling you guys, honestly, we look good. And as of yesterday, I was like, bro, I am impressed because Bitcoin dropped all the way down to $60,000 last night, right? And Milady didn't even flinch. She didn't even flinch. And I was telling you guys, I'm not just trying to gas anything up, right? I'm saying that looking at all the projects and looking what Milady is doing, this was as of yesterday, she is looking absolutely the most bullish that you could think of compared to what's going on with the actual market. And you guys can see today, after the meeting, kind of during the meeting, but after the meeting, we started to take off, right? So you can see we are currently sitting at that 28. Shout out to everybody that were listening to the videos, didn't get scared, and they ate up these dips because I know you guys are doing really well and you guys are pretty happy with yourselves today, right? Let's bring this over here. So looking at the market cap for Milady right now, we're back up above $200 million. Back up above $200 million, and we literally are not far away from our all-time high. Let's actually map out from the all-time high where we are. Let's see here. Currently, we are sitting roughly about 50% away from this all-time high. So, honestly, that's like a day and a half for Milady. That's like a day and a half of some good days for Milady. So, I wouldn't be surprised as we move right now. You know, we start to pick up some of these losses that we were accruing the last few days. We're going to have some pivotal spots that are going to be some resistance, right? So we have a lot of people that initially were FOMOing in after this FOMC meeting, which we are going to cover the FOMC meeting here in a second on what actually happened and why the markets are rallying. But as far as Milady, you have a lot of people probably that are FOMOing in now, right? That kind of got out of the market or sat on the sidelines not really knowing what was going to happen. And now they're all FOMOing in, you can see. So a big spot that I'm going to already call for some resistance is going to be somewhere around this 29, almost the 30 mark right here. You can see we did hit our head on the way down. We bounced. We were hitting our head on this spot multiple times. So most likely when we do start coming up, as we are now, coming up towards that 29, almost the 30 mark, most likely we are going to come up and we are going to hit our head. It's just going to happen, right? But I don't think it's going to be a big spot that's going to hold us down for too long. Let me see here. I don't have any of my articles up. I was running late today, guys. Running late. Out of that. Let's move that over here. And let's get back to the charts real quick. So for Bitcoin right now doing really good. Just like probably a few seconds ago while I was talking, Bitcoin jumped up to about 68,100. Looking fantastic, guys. And let's just jump right into it. So let's look today. Obviously, this was today's meeting, right? And we already knew what was going to happen. The markets pretty much already had it priced in for the most part, right? That we were going to see a Fed pause for today. Well, I also told you guys it's not necessarily that we know that the Feds are going to pause. That's perfectly fine, right? What I was telling you guys what was going to dictate the markets today was the wordage. The wordage that Jerome Powell was going to say, depending on if he was going to come out dovish or hawkish, right? Well, I'm pretty sure you guys are already aware, he came out pretty dovish. He came out, and just to sum everything up, he pretty much said we're still on track to have reduced rates as of this year. Most likely will be towards the end of the year, but we still are on track for reduced rates. That's all the market needed to hear. That's pretty much all we need to know, right? And that's pretty much it. We're going to be pretty much back on track, hopefully, here in the next day or two. So with that being said, let me actually go back. So we got today's meeting over with, right? So now we have May's meeting coming up. This is May's meeting. I didn't realize. I thought I was on March's meeting still. But we have May's meeting coming up. And given the wordage that was given today, we already know the markets already are anticipating that there's going to be, again, same thing as today. Really nothing that's going to happen as far as any Fed interest rates decreased or increased. It's just going to be pretty much a pause again. But when you start moving over to June, now we're starting to see the numbers fluctuate to where now 70% of the market is thinking that we might see somewhere of 1/4 to 0.5% reduction in interest rates. I personally think it's whenever we do start reducing rates, it's probably going to be 1/4% to 0.25 increments is what I'm thinking. They will increase them to 0.5% probably in 2025. But as of the first interest rates reductions, whenever they do occur, it's probably going to be 1/4%. So it's looking like the market is in an agreement for right now. Things will change, but in an agreement that we most likely will be seeing those Fed reduction rates sometime in June. So we'll continue to map this out as we normally always do, and we'll see how that plays out with the market and everything else as far as that. So, but other than that, right now, I mean, we're looking good. We are looking good. We have this beautiful W pattern playing out right here. And I'll kind of draw on it just to give you a little bit of just so you can see we have where we came down, we came up. You guys remember this move, came back down, and now we're coming back up. Usually when we have, look at this picture right here. What does it look like? I didn't even realize that. But whenever you have this double bottom or W pattern playing out, and this is a pretty big W pattern right here, a lot of times you're going to go towards that upside. Let me get rid of that before YouTube comes and peeps and they're like, he's drawing boobs or balls on his charts. We got to remove him. And then also another thing in that W pattern, you can see that we formed another small W pattern right here as well that played out towards the upside. So, I mean, things right now with the charts are looking very bullish, right? They're looking very bullish, and this is kind of what we were anticipating. Like I said, we just needed to get past today, the Fed meeting, really to find out what the wordage was for Jerome, how he was feeling as far as the markets, the economy, and stuff like that. And for the most part, it seems to be really good. Something that we don't check much, but up here on the right-hand side, you can see the DXY, the Dixie, that's going to be the dollar, has actually come down 44 cents, which is about 0.4%, which is a decent move technically for the dollar in a day span. So you can see, obviously, the dollar is losing strength given that the Feds are not going to be, being hawkish, pretty much, right? The dollar strengthens when the Feds are being hawkish, when they're increasing rates, stuff like that. So, but other than that, we are looking good. Let's see here. I am completely unprepared, but let's check out our bubbles here. Let me move this over here. Got all that. We're good to go. So you guys can see as of today, remember what we were looking at 2 days ago, what we were looking at yesterday? This was completely the opposite. It was just a sea of green. I mean, a sea of red. It was blood out there, right? It wasn't like terribly bloody, but it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And I saw somebody asking how about Floki in the chat. And if I miss anything in the chat, guys, I am going to go back. Oh, I see Alberto said thoughts on Floki. I'm going to go back and make sure. And if I miss any of your questions, make sure you guys ask it again. I will definitely give you some attention here. So looking at the charts, like I said, everything's looking good. But really what's standing out is the meme coins. You have Pepe up 24%. Stacks is doing good. That's not a meme coin. But you have Floki up 30%. Doge up 16%. Bunk up 17%. Let's go over and let's look at what Milady's doing. I think she's going to be in the top 300 maybe. Myro's up 20%. You guys remember yesterday I was saying that I was looking to buy into Myro. I didn't buy in this morning because I was like waiting and I was busy all day today. I missed the actual pump. But I was going to buy in with Myro. It was around 20 cents. Obviously missed that run. But you can see Myro's up 20% for today. Where is, I guess I'll have to look it up. Smog. Let's just look it up for Milady. It's always good to see her bubble, right? Oh, she's number 300. 307. Where is she? Oh, she's right there. Right in front of us. And you can see Milady's up 30% for today. Looking beautiful. Looking absolutely beautiful here. So, guys, like I've been telling you guys, and we had some people in the chat. Goat was in the chat. You know, they were down. They were down, and I was just trying to tell them, like, guys, listen, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be good. AVK said next time we have, whenever I am starting the video, guys, he's requesting that we have some music in the background. All right, brother, I'll get some. Is there any particular music, AVK, that you would like me to have in the background whenever, before the video starts? You let me know, brother. I will cater to you, all right? Make sure you guys hit that like. What are we on right now? We're not doing too bad. We got 90 people here and 42 likes. All right, I know I was a little late, guys, but come on. Come on, hit the like for the market. Come on. Hit that like. Let's do this. So, let's start looking at some projects real quick, and then we're going to check out the news. So, you guys can see Pepe not doing bad. Dropped down below the 0.5 right here. Bottomed out at around the 58, and you can see it's starting to make another run up. Now, remember, Pepe, this is its all-time high. Not far from all-time highs are pretty much already. So Pepe's looking good, up 25% for today. Doge up 16%. Looks like it bounced beautifully off this 618, and you can see it's on a nice run as well. Let's see what's Bunk doing. Bunk's looking a little different. You can see it's not moving as much as the other as Doge or Pepe or Milady right now, but I'm sure Bunk will recover as well. Myro up 20 to 25 cents. Definitely was eyeing the hell right here. I don't know why I didn't just take the buy and jump in at 19 cents. Slipping, guys. Slipping here. But you guys can see Myro's on a nice run. Not as epic as Pepe or Milady, though. Really not as epic. And you can see just bringing, so you guys can kind of see, comparing them. You can see how Milady. Now, you see how Milady has just, I mean, it's right in your face, this big W pattern. I'm telling you guys, I wouldn't be surprised in the next few days. We're talking about new all-time highs for Milady. Obviously, what we're going to need for that to occur is Bitcoin to really jump up above 70K. I think once Bitcoin gets right back up to that 70K plus level, we're going to be back up and running as far as all-time highs. I really do believe that. So, Scott said, like the damn like. Yeah. Nico said, Milady and call to the moon. Let's bring up call. So, wow. Anybody eat up this dip on call earlier? Bro, I literally was eating the dip all the way down, right? And it was like right here. I'm buying the dip. And I was like, I need to go take a shower. Because I had been gone all day. I was like, I got to go take a shower real quick. I swear I took a shower, 10 minutes. I come back. This thing had went all the way down to this the 59 area and bounced. By the time I came back, it was like all the way up here. I was like, holy crap. I'm just like, damn. Insane. This thing was like literally just, it was having a big sell-off. But one thing I want to tell you guys about call, and this is a project that is on Chronos, a big DeFi project, a meme coin that a lot of us have been jumping in, or are we all already in. So one thing I've noticed is that these big sell-offs are actually orchestrated. They're actually orchestrated by the community is what I'm getting. Is that the reason why they're doing this is because they're trying to increase the volume, believe it or not. So they have some big players that are making big sales. And as they're making big sales, you have people that are eating up the dip as well. And I think it's pretty much orchestrated where you'll have somebody make a big like $10,000 sale. And then you'll have somebody come back right after and eat it up $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 buys, right? And what they're doing is they're basically trying to boost the volume in anticipation that they can get eligible to get a call on some major listings is what they're trying to do. So they're actually, from what I'm hearing and seeing, is that they're taking a hit, believe it or not, because these guys are selling trillions at a time. Even if they're buying back, they're not buying in back at where they sold. They're probably buying in at a little bit of a hit, but they're looking in the long term what this project is capable of doing. So market cap down to 7.5 million. This is I'm telling you guys, I think this project's easily going to get to $100 million when we really get into the thick of things. So keep an eye out on call as well. So Fax was saying, can Milady start eating zeros for breakfast? I mean, it's inevitable, right? It's inevitable. We're going to definitely, most likely, very soon. I already am confident that we're definitely going to probably eat 2 zeros. But I'm saying as far as time frame, probably real soon within the next few weeks. Let's take baby steps here, right? Let's just focus on beating the all-time high, right? We need to jump up. That's about 50% from where we're at right now. You guys know that's an easy day on Milady. Milady can easily jump up 50% in just a day. We're going to need to see that. We want to definitely break that all-time high, and then we'll be about halfway there to eating up a zero. So got to stay hydrated. So Prodigy said SolPack. Let's bring up SolPack because I know you guys have been heavy on SolPack. I'm honestly starting to think that Prodigy's working for this project because he's like lived, breathes, and he is like diehard SolPack. So, and look at that. Look at that. It is on a nice run. So what we were talking about with SolPack was that, this was like yesterday, I believe. Yeah, 19. You could see when we were dropping down, and I remember clearly I was saying, listen, this thing has found beautiful support. You can see it over here, right here, pretty much right here, and just yesterday we were finding support where we marked this level at around this the 10, almost the 11 mark, right? So what I was saying about SolPack was that as long as you are able to accumulate around this area, historically speaking, you should be perfectly fine as far as seeing some gains. And if you did catch that spot right there for some support, you're definitely up today. Looks like about 100%. Let me see if it'll actually give us our percents. It's not giving me my percent. Nope. But technically it is up 24% for, 100% in the 24-hour period. So definitely looking good. Good job, Prodigy. And I know there was a lot of people talking about this in the Discord as well. Speaking of the Discord, let me pin that to the top of the chat. I just pinned the Discord to the top of the chat. Come join. I think we're at about 100 members now that we have on Discord. Come join. It's a direct connection to myself. Obviously, if you ever need to get a hold of me for whatever reason, promotional, or just have any questions, but we do have a beautiful squad in there. We have some awesome awesome mods. Everybody's helping each other out. If you guys run across any new projects, they're bringing it up, stuff like that. So make sure you guys come check out the Discord, and make sure you guys come in with respectable. We want you guys to be nice, respectable, and come help out the community, right? Now let me just check and make sure I'm not missing anything. Bailey said Milady was holding so strong, that's how I knew it was going to go up from there. You did call it, Bailey. You were one of, I'm not going to say the few, but you were definitely one of the more bigger bulls in the last couple of days, just saying that you kept buying in. So hell yeah. Muhammad, what's going on? What did I miss about Milady? The only thing that I would say if you just jumped in recently is that Milady's is doing really well. She planted out this beautiful W pattern. We were covering what we talked about yesterday, how she beautifully bounced off this 200-day SMA moving average right here. And that was just giving us big indicators that we were talking about yesterday, right? We didn't even need to get today yet. We already knew that where she was at compared to where Bitcoin was at last night. Milady was doing stuff that we had never seen. Normally, we talked about this like a month ago, 2 months ago, when Bitcoin would drop down 5%, 10%, Milady would drop 30 to 40%. I mean, instantly. Instantly, it would drop at least 30%. And the fact that we saw that Bitcoin at this area where it was finding support for Milady, Bitcoin was down to 60,500. Milady wasn't even flinching. So right there, the alarms were going off that this project has become very secure, right? You're going to see sell-offs, right? We made this all-time high. People are going to take profits. At the same time, the market was also coming down as well. You're going to see that, right? It's just inevitable. But when you start talking about what we just said as far as finding key levels that are holding, that are staying very bullish compared to the rest of the market, that right there is a big indicator that people really believe in this project, and people are just eating that dip up, and they're not letting it get down to certain levels like they used to. Before, you go back like a month ago, and people were very quick to just sell off. Now, people know what they're holding. They know what they got, right? They know what they have. They're holding. Rawls, with the 5 pounds, brother, I thank you so much, dude. Let me know if you have any questions. You haven't asked me about that one project that we always used to always bring up. Let me know, brother, if you want to look at anything. Thank you again for the 5 pounds. Let's hear crypto tip. Yo, Crypto Fudge. Shout out to all the females in crypto. Man, we are double focused on Milady. There you go. That's my girl that's from Tampa right there. Local. Justin said, plus getting those call dips into your wallet is great by holding CWM. That is right, and we'll bring that up here in a minute. BP with the Milady call and the Dave Chappelle emoji. Yeah. Blue Orchard said bricks and moons. Are they moving today? I saw it was on one of the top movers. We'll bring it up right now. Real quick before we do that, so you can see right now Bitcoin did run up to about 68.1, right? But you can see it did hit its head right here on this. This is going to be our 50 and our 100-day moving average right here. Look how it beautifully has come up. It hit those two 50 and 100 days, and it got rejected technically for right now, which is perfectly fine. One thing I will say is it looks like we have found support. As of now, I want to see a few candles above this 20-day moving average right here. That's going to give us the confirmation that Bitcoin is about to run. You can see we have not been, our 20-day is this yellow right here, right? And you can see we have not been above the 20-day since we made all-time highs. As soon as we broke below the 20-day, that's when we started breaking down. Now, we have caught up to the 20-day. We are above the 20 days. So, very bullish. We can see what's going to happen here. Most likely, as we continue on today, tomorrow, we'll find some support. Even if we come back down, but we're bouncing off this 20-day. The 20-day for right now is going to be somewhere around the 65,600 as of right now. So we can still retrace another $1,500 and still be very, very bullish, guys. And if you guys want to learn how I am able to figure all that out with the moving averages, the SMAs, and my charts, make sure you guys hit that join button on the memberships. To this weekend, Saturday is going to be our second exclusive stream that we're going to have for members only. We are still going to have our regular stream, but we do have exclusive streams where we just dive right in, and I mean in depth, on how I figure out moving averages, how I find fib retracements, support levels, resistance, DeFi, you name it, whatever you want to cover. It's going to be almost like a one-on-one kind of a meeting with myself and the guys and girls that are part of the members. So make sure you guys hit that join if you have the option to. I know some people were saying they couldn't see the join button. So now let's go check out what Bricks and Moon are doing right now. So Bricks and Moon are two separate projects. They're both on the Reddit. They're on the Reddit platform. And I'm going to move my fib retracement over here. So you guys can see, I think this was a few days ago we were watching, and I had been telling, we were kind of up here, and I told, whoever was involved in this project, obviously I'm not giving out financial advice, but I was saying, historically speaking, this project likes to go on these big spurts, and then it'll come right back down, right? So the fact that this thing has made one of the biggest moves we've seen in a very long time, I was like, I'm pretty much almost certain that this is going to come back down. Now, I don't think it's going to come back down towards these levels. And what's crazy is look where it came down is exactly where I found the support level. Exactly where I found the support level. You can see it pretty much came back and bounced. So if you were able to take that advice, was my opinion, right? Wasn't financial advice, but what I said as far as my opinion, you sold somewhere up here and you possibly are, or maybe found somewhat of a reposition somewhere around this spot where we found support at around this 10, almost the 11 cent mark, and now you're on another run with Bricks. So definitely looks good. You can see it hit its head on the 382. So we'll have to see how this run, is it going to run up to these highs right here? Possibly. We'll have to see how it goes. Small market cap. Again, like I said, it is involved with Reddit. And Moons, kind of the same exact chart, right? Same exact chart. For whatever reason, we didn't put up the fib retracement or any kind of support levels for this project. Moon is a little bit smaller market cap, but this thing, I mean, when it's up, it's up. But like I said, same exact thing. It'll go up and it'll kind of retrace as after a big run, it'll kind of retrace itself. So looks like it's coming alive, making some moves, found some support technically right here at the 34 cents above the 786, where you can see it jumped up and it retested the 786, went on a high, right? Came back down, didn't even need to touch the 786, came right before the 786, and now it's going for another run. So both charts look exactly the same. I will tell you guys, though, if you are invested in Bricks and Moon, be careful with that double top. This could be forming some kind of a double top or M pattern, so just keep an eye. Like I keep telling everybody, I'm not trying to tell you to sell your projects. You figure all that out on your own. I'm just telling you what the charts say. But I will tell you this. If I was in Moons, and let's say I ran it up and maybe repositioned myself, aka sold, caught the bottom right here, if we're running up again, I would be just looking for another repositioning, possibly on one of these run-ups right here, with anticipation that we're most likely going to come back. And maybe we don't come back all the way down to here. Maybe we come back and we're making higher lows somewhere around the 382. But if you're able to capitalize, sell somewhere up here, and then buy back somewhere down here, you're basically doubling, tripling your position without having to add any kind of liquidity. So they don't look bad at all. Let's see here. So Solana, just jump on Solana. Solana looks like she's running, trying to get back up to these local highs. Local high is around $210, and right now you can see she is sitting somewhere around that 190 mark. So definitely looking good as we run. Not looking bad at all. Interstellar said, what about Jasmy? Let's bring it up. We haven't talked about Jasmy in a while. We really haven't talked about Jasmy in a while, I feel like. And you guys can see, so Jasmy did break that 2 cent mark. She did break the 2 cent mark. Right now, she's currently sitting at around the 1.8, right under that 1.9. I told you guys, I'm not worried about Jasmy whatsoever. Not at one bit. You can see she did come down and find support at this 0.5. This was yesterday, believe it or not. Somewhere around the 1.5 cent was, in my opinion, a good spot to dollar cost average in when she dropped down to that 0.5. You can see she looks like she's trying to make a W pattern possibly on this run up. Not as much of an explosive move as some of the other projects that we're looking at, but she looks good. She found support, and I wouldn't be surprised if we're coming back in the next couple days and we're talking about a 2 cent Jasmy again, right? She is going to have an obstacle in her way, and that's going to be breaking that 2 cent. So as she does come up and approach the 2 cent, that is going to be a big spot for some resistance. And honestly, as we're talking right now, you can see the 382 right here at the 186, pretty much exactly where she's at, is a big spot for some resistance as well. So she breaks this 382, possibly finds some solid support. She's going to be coming up and testing that 2 cent mark. And eventually, if she keeps knocking on the door, she's going to break through, right? So Jasmy doesn't look bad at all. Right now, honestly, not a bad time to just dollar cost average in on the project, in my opinion. That's my opinion, though, right? Let's see here if they have any updated news on what's going on. So Dogecoin appeal, nah. SEC probing cryptos firms to classify Ethereum as a security. Oh gosh, they're really coming after Bitcoin or Ethereum now, huh? Bitcoin price pumps back above 67, up 10% from intraday lows following dovish Fed. And we talked about that a little while ago as far as Jerome Powell. We'll just read it into it. So the Bitcoin price has pumping in wake of the latest Fed policy announcement, which saw the bank leave interest rates unchanged at 5.25% to 5.5% for the fifth successless. I can't even say that word. But for the fifth meeting, and continue to forecast 3 rate cuts in 2024. Bitcoin has last traded above its mid 67,000s, up 9% on the day. The Bitcoin price has now bounced over 10% from earlier session lows under 61,000. Markets appear to be rallying amidst relief that, despite recent hotter than expected U.S. inflation figures, the activity data, the Fed remains set on cutting interest rates 3 times later this year. And like I told you guys, later this year, we're going to see Fed rate cuts as of now, right? As of now, that was his wordage. That's all we needed to get from that Fed meeting, was that he literally out of his mouth said we are still on track to reduce interest rates later on this year. That's all you need to know about the meeting, right? In my opinion, that's all you need to know as far as the meeting today and the markets, and that's why we are going back on our pump for today. So, like I said, things look good. They look good for the market. We are doing pretty good. Let's see what CoinDesk has. Pretty much the same thing. Solana strained by meme coin mania, but co-founder, I don't know if I can pronounce his name. Is that Yakovenko welcomes the test. And that kind of goes with what I've been saying when everybody's like, yo, can you look up this project? Can you look up this project on Solana? And they're like, what's your opinion? I'm like, bro, I'm going to be honest. It looks good. Like the charts look good. But this is one of a million right now on Solana. Right? I'm like, this is one of a million projects on Solana right now. So, you know, just you got to make sure you pick the right gems. If you're up, get that profit and just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. That's my opinion. Now, you know, you might run across some of these hidden gems. Like, imagine if you get in early on DeFi on Bunk. Imagine getting in early on Myro, on Dog with Hat. You know, some of these projects, you know, and you ride it out. Hell yeah. But that's not going to happen, you know, on all these projects. It's not going to happen. You have probably 20,000 projects literally on Solana right now trading. And like I just listed, you have 3 of them that have broke out onto major exchanges. So you guys can see kind of the percent-wise as far as how many projects will actually make it to the big leagues. Doesn't mean that you can't make massive money while it's trading in DeFi, right? You can make massive money, but what I'm saying is sticking and moving on DeFi. If you can get in on a good position and you're able to move out on a good profit, move it, keep it moving, jump in on something else, right? Jump in on something else. We got 112 people. We got a packed house today. Packed house. Make sure you guys are hitting that like while we are here. Let's see here. Hold on. Looks like YouTube's giving me some kind of freaking error. I don't know what's going on. Can you guys can hear me correctly, right? Let me make sure that we have audio and we're good to go. Yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. Randy said, "Can we check SoulMail? Yeah, let's check that out. I know after the stream, it started doing really well. I remember you telling me that in the Discord. And remember, guys, the Discord is pinned on the top of the chart, or the top of the good God, I'm trying to talk and look at this chart at the same time. The Discord is at the top of the chat, so make sure you guys come. If you are active on Discord and you're not a scammer and you're respectful and you love to talk about crypto, come join us. Come join us because we're over here. We're having fun. And you know what? This was a project that Randy was talking about. I think it was you, Randy, right? Were you the one talking about this project just yesterday? And look at it. It's jumped up like crazy. Crypto tip. Welcome, girl. Now we officially family. Now we are officially family, girl. Welcome to the members only club. Remember, we have our second exclusive stream coming up this weekend, and if you are busy, and this goes out to everybody, if you're busy and you're not able to make the actual stream this weekend, and I'm talking about the member stream, we still have our regular streams every day, but the member streams, if you are busy, you will still have that content saved on YouTube, so you can always go back and watch it, and you can actually have it. If this is something that we're going over, you can watch it and keep watching it, so you can kind of master whatever we're going over on that day. So you'll definitely have that as a catalog saved. So welcome. So for SoulMail, this was a project that we talked about yesterday. So reading, it says SoulMail is a groundbreaking communication protocol that enables users to send and receive mail using only a wallet address. So it's pretty cool, right? Something that I'm sure there's probably other stuff out there, but it never really has come across my radar as far as kind of like the mail right now, right? Or an email, for crypto. Kind of seems like, well, that's outdated, right? No, not necessarily, because I don't know if you have a job, that uses email, but a lot of people still use email like crazy. I know I use my email, and also I go out and check my mail every day, right? So something like that's still very useful and pretty cool to bring over to the crypto space. So this did drop yesterday, and you can see the market cap isn't terribly high yet at around 27 million. Liquidity is beautiful, locked in at around 690,000. So, I mean, like I said, looks great. One thing I will say, Randy, that I am noticing right now, and it's nothing to be too alarmed with, but you can see that there is somewhat of an M pattern that's possibly might play out. So you might see this project possibly come back and retest, unless it kind of bounces from where it's at right now. You might see this come and retest this 236 at the 24 right here, the 2.4 cents. If it does break that, we might come back and retest where we found support at around the 2.1, and if it breaks that, I'm almost certain that you're going to find some support at this 382. That's going to be somewhere around right under the 2 cent at the 1.9. So those are key levels that you can look for as far as maybe if you're wanting a dollar cost average in on this project. That 1.9 mark would be somewhere I would have patience and look forward to picking up. So YouTube keeps giving me a freaking error. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but as long as we're still live, we're good to go, right? Look at all those members. Welcome in Crypto Tip. She's family now, guys. Interstellar, no worries. Let's see here. Is that Taylor? I'll just call you Taylor. Can you check TD Big Red? Yeah, let's check it out. This isn't it right here. That's like someone tried to make a replica TD. Where is it? What is it? TD Big Red. I'm not. Oh, is it on AVAX? Taylor, is this on AVAX that you're speaking of? Let me know. I'll keep the chart on here. Just going back and retesting or rechecking the chart for Milady while Taylor gets back to us. So guys, remember the beginning of the stream, I told you guys that we broke above the 50-day, right? We broke above the 50-day, and what I'd like to see is us get some confirmation that we're going to stay above this 50-day. You can see we did get our first confirmation right here off this candle. Whether it's green or red, I don't care, as long as it's finding support above this moving average. You guys can see so far we have found some support. I'm not going to go confidently saying we're good. We have support here. I want to see a few candles, whether they're red or green, bouncing off this 50-day. Other than that, I'll say we're probably, after that confirmation, we're going to 100% come up and test this 30 mark right here. That's going to be a big spot for some resistance. Once we break that 30, guys, we're not far. We're not far at all from this all-time high. All right, Taylor said, yes, it's on AVAX. So let's bring that back up. Yeah, so for this project, a couple things that I'll point out immediately. Small market cap, very small market cap. Liquidity looks good. It's at about $500,000 in liquidity, so not bad at all. You can see that this just came out, looks like on the 14th. Let's pull up a fib retracement real quick for that. So for this project, you can see it did go on a beautiful run, made that M pattern, and it started to descend, right? Well, a couple things I'm going to point out. This project doesn't look bad. If I was involved in this project or if I was interested in buying in on the project, couple levels that I'm going to give you to look forward to. Obviously, the first is going to be the 618 right here. You can see it has found support at this 618 multiple times. So that 618 is going to be a big spot for some support right there at the 79. So anything, I would say, if you're able to get your hands on anything around that 79 or under, that would be a beautiful dollar cost average in on the project. Because I'm assuming that you're already in the project and you most likely have bought somewhere in this area where you're probably down right now, right? Most likely, I would assume. So if that's the case, look for the 79 as a area to dollar cost average in. So 79 or under, if you can see, if anybody bought in at that 79 at any point, you're basically up on your portfolio for this project. So look for that the 79 or under as far as support and dollar cost averaging in. And then obviously for resistance, you have the 0.5 where it's come up and it's basically just, it's consolidating between the 618 and the 0.5. 618, 0.5 broke the 618 briefly, bounced right back up, consolidating in this channel. So like I said, look for anything under the 79 is a good spot to dollar cost average in. And we're looking for that 0.5 as some resistance. If this thing can break above this 0.5, you're probably looking at somewhere where you're going to be jumping up. Next spot that I see as some resistance is going to be this 236 at the 15.8. So, but like I said, just focus on baby steps, dollar cost averaging in. Anything under the 79, I think you're going to be good in the long run. So good luck with that, brother. Desmond said he found it yesterday morning and brought it into the Discord. Join for plays daily, guys and girls. Guys and girls, right? I feel like there was a couple other projects that someone was asking me, and I was just flying by. Can you check out? Oh, Justin, my bad. Can you check out? Is that Duco This project's definitely running. It's a running. Market cap 58 million. Liquidity looks good, over $1 million. So you're good on that. I don't know if you're in on this project or where you're in, but it looks like, boy, if you were able to get in anywhere down here, you're up like crazy on this project. Definitely. Let's see if we can do a quick little fib. So for the fib, you can see we are definitely bullish on this project. It's above the 236 right here. You can see it found some support right here at the 0.5, right? After this big run, made this all-time high, retraced, found some support somewhere a little bit below this 0.5. Now it's on another run. You can see it broke above the 236. So if this thing can stay above this 236 right here, if it can stay above the 236, which is around that 57, this thing's probably going to jump up, start retesting these all-time highs, and possibly breaking through. So definitely looks decent. Definitely looks decent for sure. Can you check Bad Idea AI? I feel like we checked that the other day. Let's check it. Is this this is on Ethereum, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Holy crap, it didn't load up. I was like, oh, it just came out. And it didn't like finally load it up. Damn, this project's been out for a while, it seems like. So we won't do a fib retracement on the whole chart, but I will quickly point out a couple things that I see. So you can see where this yellow line is going to be the bottom, right? You can see it took a while, bled out, finally found the bottom right here at around the 18 mark, and it's been going for a run. If we try to do a fib retracement just from that yellow line, let's see if it gives us anything. It does. All right. So for this project, you can see the bottom, obviously the bottom of the fib is going to be around that 18 mark. And it hit the bottom. You can see it kind of consolidated around the bottom for a while. Finally came alive at the beginning of March, and you can see it's been slowly running. For this project, not a bad project whatsoever. The market cap 31 million, liquidity at 2.5, so it looks solid. You can see it ran up, made a local high right here at the 74, and did come back and retrace the 0.5. So as far as this project, I don't know if you're in or where you're in on, but I will say it looks pretty good, like it's trying to get back up towards these higher levels that are back here. So maybe this could be a long-term play to where you can hold on to it and possibly see what it does. I will tell you, and I told you guys this, everybody, as long as it doesn't even matter if you don't have any AI and AI technology with the project, as long as you name something AI, you're gonna when the AI start running, you're gonna run with them, right? So maybe a lot of people are looking at this project on Ethereum and they're like, there's only $30 million. This is an AI project. This could be potentially a project that could see some nice movement just off of the name alone, right? So spots to look for some support. Obviously, this 0.5 at around the 47 is going to be a spot that you're going to want to hold to stay bullish. And then obviously resistance will be this local high right here at around the 74, 75 mark for this. But long term, probably not a bad project whatsoever. Justin said Riz on Chronos. Is that new? It's only been out for 5 hours. No. Be careful. Be careful with this one, buddy. I don't know. Just be very careful. Very small. The liquidity is only at $1,000, dude. Be very careful with this one. Very careful with that. There was this project that dropped today too. I was watching it this morning. I was going to drop it in the Discord. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to do it because it was so brand new. But you can see it's Mars. This is traded on Crodex. This is a different swap that's on Chronos. And you can see this thing dropped. It's doing pretty good, though. It's actually at an all-time high right now at around 43,000. Market cap's only at 300,000, and the liquidity is at around 90,000. So not too bad on this one right here. This could be that sauce. Crypto Tip said Mog. Let's see what old Mog is doing nowadays. So really nothing crazy on Mog. I mean, still holding its gains from this big run up. You guys can see we've had this spot right here at the 62 marked as far as some support. And you can see it's pretty much held so far pretty much that 62 mark as of right now. You can see she broke above the 382 and technically as of right now has found some support. I would like to see a few more candles above this 382 right here, giving me confirmation that it's going to stay above, but doesn't look bad. Mog coin has a recently relatively small market cap, right? And it is traded on some bigger exchanges around $340 million, so not bad at all. Honestly, I think that in the long run, this project has the potential to do really well. But I feel like if you're buying in on a project like this, and this is just my opinion, I would encourage just maybe checking out Milady instead, just because the market cap is a lot smaller, and I feel like Milady's just the community is so much bigger than a Mog. You know, I feel like the community on Milady is so much bigger. This just is like everybody's been saying for Milady. It's just giving everybody that 2020, 2021 Shiba vibes is what it's giving everybody, right? And you guys know what Shiba did in the run. I mean, it was one of the best performers of 2021. So, and you want to look at Dog Elon as well. Let's check out what old Dog Elon's doing. You guys notice I'm not saying Dogelon anymore. Been getting better. Before I go to bed, I say it 100 times. Dog Elon, Dog Elon, Dog Elon. So I'm not going to do that mistake ever again. Watch tomorrow. I'm going to do it again. So with Dog Elon, I have to think about it too before I say it. Because I'm from the Dogecoin era. So every time I see Doge in front of anything, I say Doge, right? But this one's Dog Elon. So for Dog Elon, you can see, I mean, recently went on a nice run, running up, hitting its head at this 42 mark. We did map this spot right here as some support, and what's crazy is I've had this here. Obviously, we haven't looked at this chart today, and you can see it went and tested this spot right here today on the 20th. This is around the 24 mark right here. So you can see it pretty much went and tested this spot a little bit below. I will say a little bit below, but making a beautiful W pattern. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is trying to break out here, possibly. I wouldn't be surprised. Dog Elon, you know, like I always tell you guys, not a bad project. I feel like it's always placed on that back burner, you know, and a lot of people don't, when they associate meme coins, they don't even bring up Dog Elon, right? But Dog Elon has such a big community behind it that I think eventually, at some point, this will have a beautiful breakout. Small market cap, too. Let's hear. Gina asked twice, so I have to answer her question. She said, "What do you think about Casper?" Are you talking about the ghost, Casper the Ghost, the movie? You're talking about this project, Casper. I was gonna say, I think he's a friendly ghost, right? I mean, doesn't try to scare anybody. He's relatively nice from what I've seen. I'm just kidding. I don't know if I like that fib retracement. I don't know if I like it, but so a couple things on Casper is This is our 200-day moving average. Not this green line going across is the 200 moving average, not to be confused with the 200-day SMA moving average, right? So you can see this 200 moving average is a big indicator as far as if a project's bullish or bearish. And you can see it is above the 200-day for right now, not too far. You can see it basically found support above the 200-day. So I will say I'm bullish on Casper as of right now. And I would actually say that where it's at right now is not a bad spot to be dollar cost averaging in. The fact that it's right above its 200-day means that this hasn't seen a big explosion necessarily yet. So with that being said, doesn't look bad. Bounced off the 200-day moving average. You probably could see this thing going on another run. It seems to be going in waves. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's setting up for another kind of a swing right here. This would be ideal for swing traders, right? To kind of map out buy low, obviously, around this 200-day. Sell at one of these high points. Reposition yourself somewhere around the 200-day. Sell at one of these high points. Do it all over again, right? Because it just looks like it's just swing trading. But I will say, as long as it stays above this 200-day moving average, definitely bullish in my eyes for sure. Someone wanted to check out the Book of Meme. The Book of Meme. Where is my actual chart for this, though? There it is. So, Randy, should I tell the story again or just leave it? I've said the story like 4 times already, so we won't say the story again. I'm just going to let the story be. But what I will say without saying Randy's name was that this thing had a beautiful run up. It did. This thing was epic the other day. A few days ago, made a massive run, but it was like unnatural, right? It went up over $1 billion market cap, and a lot of people made money. But I saw Binance come out and was saying stuff about how they're investigating some really big whale activity and particularly sales for this project. And since then, it really has not done so well. You can see it had such a beautiful run up, and it pretty much had a big sell off as well. The one thing I will say is it finally looks like it's found some support around the 618, and you can see it's pretty much consolidating. So now that I'm thinking the dust is starting to clear off for this project, I think that we might see a little bit more consolidation down the road. It is, higher. I mean, not going to say like really high, but it's got a decent market cap, around 700 million, so relatively there for a new project that is pretty high, I will say, for in the meme coin space. But it looks like I said, it's found some solid support at this 618, and the support's going to be somewhere around that 1 cent mark. Around that 1 cent mark, it has found some decent support. So if you are interested in this project, or if you're in it and you're looking for dollar cost averaging in, anything under that 1 cent mark, so anything under this 618, I would say is probably a good buy. And to be exact, it looks like it's the 10.9 mark. So you have 109 is what the price would exactly be at the 618. So anything under that 109 mark will be a probably, in my eyes, a good spot to dollar cost average in on this project. Adam, what's going on, brother? Someone asked, oh yeah, Rosales said, can we check out Shiba? So Shiba. Shiba doesn't look bad. Honestly, she's still sitting kind of in this descending kind of little downwards bull flag that I will still consider, right? Still sitting there. Found some beautiful support at the 786, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if Shiba's setting up for a possible breakout. And I only say this because this bull flag is still in play, believe it or not. It's still in play. It's staying, respecting the channel. Found some support at this fib right here at the 786, which would be somewhere around that 24 mark is where it found some solid support. I wouldn't be surprised that eventually at one of these bounces, it starts moving and it breaks out of this channel. So doesn't look bad at all for Shiba whatsoever. Nico asks, where is Sarah the time traveler? I have no idea, bro. She hasn't come back in a while. No one has heard about Sarah for a while. So who knows where she is? She's probably, like I said, I think she's from the year 2100, somewhere around there. So she's probably chilling in that year, just like I should probably go back to 2024 and go check up on Crip and all of them. But she's like, they can't do those. They can't travel back and forth so much, so she probably has to wait a little bit before she comes back. Oh, nice. Some connection. For some reason, YouTube is not telling me how many people have liked. Let's see here. Back in. Real quick, though, make sure you guys have hit that like. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. And if you can, make sure you guys hit that join and come be a member. That's what all the green is in the chat. Looks like mostly everybody here is a member on the channel, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Remember, we are going to have a big stream, our regular stream, obviously, this weekend, usually midday, but before the stream, we are going to have a members only stream, and we're going to be covering some good stuff on this stream. So make sure you guys hit that join. You have a few days until we have our exclusive meeting for sure. So as far as like news articles today, I guess we've already covered. The biggest thing that was going for today was obviously the Fed meeting, right? And if you guys are just joining, obviously we already talked about it. The Fed meeting was pretty dovish. It looked pretty good. It sounded great as far as the Fed still planning on reducing interest rates towards the end of the year. So with that being said, that's all we really needed to hear, and the market is reacting positively right now. So you're seeing for Milady, we did break out. We jumped up so far at around the 29. And like I told you guys, right now what I'm just focusing on is us finding support somewhere around this 50-day for right now. If we can stay above that 50-day and find some support, we're going to definitely be going on a quick and fast rally up towards this all-time high that we've just made a few weeks ago. I already told you guys we broke above the 20. That's a big indicator. Last time we broke above the 20, or last time we were above the 20, was pretty much when we were making all-time highs. And let me see something here. I feel like my chart kind of moved around. Let's see here. There we go. And just this beautiful W pattern. Beautiful W pattern right here for Milady. What's Bitcoin doing? You can see Bitcoin's trying to make that beautiful V-shaped recovery. Looking great. Hitting its head right here on this 200 and the 100-day like we were talking about earlier. You can see it has not been able to break these SMA moving averages as of right now. So most likely we will see somewhat of a small retracement with Bitcoin. It probably needs to come and retrace and find some support somewhere close to where it's at, and maybe go on another bounce. I will tell you tomorrow, one thing I will say is the market is closed, right? The actual stock market, ETF, all that good stuff is closed. Tomorrow, we're going to see how the markets open up. The way things are looking right now, I wouldn't be surprised if the actual markets tomorrow when they open up, we start going on a nice run. Abdul said how to become a member. So all you need to do, brother, is just if you're on your mobile, I think you have to you have to back out of the video, and you should see a join button next to the subscribe. If you're on the PC, it's a lot easier. It's usually right there under the video. So look for the join button somewhere around there, right? And you'll get blessed with a green name right after you hit that join button. Guys, the market looks great. Big rebound here. And you guys remember we were talking about this, right? We were talking about this, the last few days. I was telling you guys, if we get that good wordage coming out of the meeting, we're going to see a quick recovery and Bitcoin's going to be right back on track. And you guys know I'm still standing with my predictions that we're going to see somewhere around a $76,000 to $80,000 Bitcoin, somewhere around there for pre-halving. And you guys know what we were talking about pre-halving. We're going to see a nice run up around the halving. We're probably going to see the sell the news event, and then really what we're looking for is where are we going to find some support? Are we going to find some support on this draw? And we're maybe looking at finding support somewhere around our previous all-time high, somewhere around that 69,000. If we can find support somewhere around there, guys, we are setting up for a $100,000 Bitcoin this year. And what do you think Bitcoin gets to 100,000? What do you think the rest of the market's going to do? What do you think Milady is going to do, guys? She's going to freaking go nuts. Go absolutely crazy. Altcoins are going to go berserk. Not just Milady, but all of your altcoins. Most of your altcoins are going to freaking start 2xing, 3xing. Some of them, like Milady, are going to 10, 20, 30x. Easily. And you guys can see real quick, though. Let me stop. Big move. Welcome to the members club, bro. Welcome to the members club. What I was going to say is you can see for Milady, you can see that we are, look, when we first started the stream, I said we're doing good, but I want to see us finding support above this moving average right here. Now, I did move the time frame. We're on the 1 hour, so this moving average is technically the 200-day right here. This is going to be your 200-day SMA, and you can see we are finding support right on that 200-day moving average. So it looks like we're setting up to where we're going to be going on a nice run here, guys. I wouldn't be surprised as the night goes on if we can stay above this 200-day. Like I was telling you, we're going to run up towards this 30 mark, this 29.30 mark right here. It's going to be a spot for some resistance, but I think we're going to fly through it after we test it a few times, and we're going to break through easily. And then obviously after we break through that 30, the next spot that's going to be some solid resistance is going to be this 236. You guys can see when we did make this beautiful bounce right here, we ran up and literally hit our head right on the 236. The 236 is going to be basically whenever you see a 236, it's usually right under its all-time high a lot of times on the chart, and that's pretty much what it is for us. So breaking above that 236 is going to be a very bullish move. As of 2 days ago when we were making this run, you could see we bounced beautifully. We run up, but Milady was like, nope, we're not breaking the 236 yet. That's too bullish for right now. The markets are, this was 2 days ago, the markets were on a downward move. So she was like, nope, we're not breaking that 236 as of now. I think now, as of now, 2 days later, whenever we come up and we start approaching that 236, it'll still be some resistance, but I think we're going to break right through it, most likely. And if we break through that 236, if and when, all-time highs will only be 20% away. Literally 20% away. So, not far at all. Everybody's saying, welcome, Milady Rocket 888. Sorry, sir, I got to go to church tonight. Later, CryptoFud. No problem, Marlon. Say a prayer for us and for Milady, right? Say a prayer, brother. Enjoy yourself. And Nico said, call. Nico, there's a you have the call emoji in the chat, bro. Mia Moore said, for everyone that's in call, watch the new Crow trailer. I think it's linked. That is right. They're having a movie that's coming out with Crow. That is crazy. Jason said, I feel the Milady rocket thruster starting again. This journey is going to be epic. I believe you. I believe I'm on that same page right there, bro. Seems like she's just setting up. Like I said, the fact that she's finding some beautiful support above this 200A. Let's see So the last time that we were above the 200-day was obviously right before we were breaking down, right? But we hadn't tested the 200-day in a while. Now we finally have broke above, and we have found some support above it. So looking really good. Let me move over real quick. So the 4 hour is what we were looking at the beginning originally. And you guys remember what I said. We technically, the last time we were above the 20-day moving average was when we were up here making all-time highs. We have recently today in the last few hours broke above the 20-day. This is on the 4 hour chart. We have broke above the 20-day moving average. So I'm telling you guys, we're setting ourselves up for a beautiful run. When you pull up this 4 hour chart, it just looks beautiful. This W pattern. Usually when you see this double bottom, this W pattern, it's usually going to indicate for a nice run. So I hope you guys have your seatbelts on and you guys are ready. What are some top trending projects right now? Singularity's up 22%. I wonder if AI projects are running right now. What's Fetch is up 16%. ALI is up 6%, so nothing crazy. Smart Layer Network. That's a crazy chart right there, bro. What is this traded on? So Smart Layer Network, small market cap, $57 million. Looking at this, looking at the chart, I mean, this thing is still kind of falling in that fallen wedge. As of right now, we'll kind of keep it in here. I mean, this looks like a bull flag. Like, I mean, look at the pole, and you can see the flag, right? Beautiful bull flag. We'll have to see how this plays out. The only reason why I'm not 100% confident on that is because the chart is so relatively new, right? The chart's so relatively new. I mean, this just came out. Looks like, I'm looking to see, when did this come out? On February the 24th. So it's been out for about a little bit over 3 weeks. One thing I will say about this project is small market cap. If you started buying in somewhere around here, I would just be dollar cost averaging in, right? We're kind of waiting to see where is it going to find support. When we looked at this, I don't know if it was last night or a few days ago, it was above this support level that we had put, right? But I remember, I'm sure I probably would say that this project was so fairly new that, finding support right now, it's got to find it on its own, right? I don't know if there was pre-sales, whatever the case may be with this project. A lot of people could be sitting on profits right now, so you might still be involved in higher sell pressure than normal. So with this project, like I said, I would just be dollar cost averaging in small increments as it's in this falling channel. Eventually, it's going to find support, aka the sellers are going to be exhausted, and it will probably baseline, and kind of consolidate, and then start moving itself right back up. The fact is that this has such a small market cap that I dollar cost averaging in would be the safest play if this is a project that you believe in with this. You notice how I don't do a fib retracement on here is because honestly, like I said, the chart is so freaking new that you can put a fib retracement on here right now. It's not going to respect probably any lines as of right now until the project can actually find some solid support on its own. So we'll come back in the next few weeks, and I guarantee it'll eventually have found that support somewhere, and it will probably be consolidating, if not already starting to move itself right back up. So Dank of England said, is Milady still first place pick for Binance? You know, I haven't been hearing a lot of people talking about it, but as far as like yesterday, I believe we still were definitely up. As far as for the Binance future listing, we were definitely still up. So. Todd said, can you check Dogecoin? For sure, brother. You know, I don't. It's one of the things. People don't ask me about Dogecoin anymore. They don't ask me about the Doge. So Dogecoin doesn't look bad. You know, it's definitely it's trying to make its way up. You can see that it bounced beautifully at around the 618, and as of now, it is starting to go on a nice little run, running up. It looks like it has broke its 20-day for right now. It broke this 20-day. You can see it's running up. It's hit its head technically at the 382 at around that 15.6, the 15.6 cent. Somewhere around there, it's hit its head for now. What I would like to see for Doge, staying bullish, would definitely staying above this 0.5. So if it does retrace, at least finding support above 14 cents, holding that, I think you'll be going on a nice run for Doge for sure. But Doge doesn't look bad at all. Definitely, just like how we were. This is on the 4-hour. Doge stayed above its 200-day moving average. This is exactly what Milady did, right? We can go back to Milady, and on our 4-hour chart, you can see for the 4-hour. Oh, I'm sorry. That was actually for the 2-hour chart for us. For the 2-hour chart, you can see for Milady, we stayed above our 200. Doge stayed above its 200 as well. So definitely looks bullish for sure. Abdul said Doge to $1 plus the cycle. Possibly. We got so close last bull cycle, right? We made it to what, 75 cents, somewhere around there. So I think it might be able to do that this time around. Let's what did this thing hit its head on? 76 cents. Yep. So as far as hitting $1, possibly. Now remember, Abdul, Doge is gonna need to break $100 million. I'm sorry, $100 billion. $100 billion. It's gonna need to break that $100 billion mark for it to get to $1. So, not saying that it can't whatsoever. I'm just saying that's a big market cap, you know. So keep that in mind. It's gonna have to break $100 billion. So in order for Doge to really get above $100 billion, I'm gonna be flat out. It's gonna need Elon. It's gonna need Twitter, right? It's gonna need to be some kind of implementation on Twitter as far as transactions, and it's gonna need a few nice tweets, you know, backing it up with Elon. And I think Doge can easily jump up towards that $1 mark, for sure. Abdul said Dogecoin futures maybe first April on Coinbase. That'd be a plus. That definitely would be a plus. Neil's asking, is it too late to jump in on Milady? I mean, Neil, obviously we're not going to give you financial advice, but what I will say is those people up here asking me if it was a good time to buy, right? So imagine right now you're getting a 30 or 40% discount. So to answer the question, I would say do your own research as far as that, but I don't think it's a bad time at all. Given that Milady is still at somewhere around $200 million, the market cap is so low on this project. So my best thing that I would say as far as jumping in on the project, Neil, would just be dollar cost averaging in. But don't feel like you've missed out just because we are up today 33 freaking percent. Good God, we're doing good. Up 33%. Neil, where were you at yesterday? Where were you at yesterday, brother? When everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people were terrified, and I'm sitting here like, bro, Milady's looking bullish. We're bouncing off this 200. That would have been a beautiful spot to jump in when just yesterday or earlier today. Right now, I don't think it's too late. But that's why I always just say dollar cost average in, dude. Dollar cost average in, whether we're moving up or we're moving down, and I think it's going to be the safest bet for you. But long term, very bullish on Milady 100%. I think Milady is going to get up towards $2 to $10 billion market cap is what I think. I had to fix that fib retracement. Jason said Milady's going interstellar. Abdul, you said you got a leverage position and a spot position at the 20. Are you talking about for Milady? Nico said today I bought 16 billion call. Nice. Did you buy that down here? Because if you bought it on this dip, bro, you're up probably already a 2x on call. Solana, look at that. Solana's breaking back out, guys. Should probably be at $200 here soon. I should have opened up a freaking long earlier. Dropped the ball on that one. Right when Jerome said, yeah, we're still on track to reduce interest rates, I should have freaking opened up a long right there. And that's something we're going to be covering on members as well. On the members only streams, we're going to be covering leverage trading and how I do longing and shorting. But majority I do long. I usually don't like to short the market unless something real big is going on. I usually will only long leverage trade on a Bitcoin or Solana. I haven't been doing it as much lately, but normally that's what I will be doing. Abdul said, okay, so you opened up some leverage trading on ladies. Nice. $207 million market cap, guys. Things are looking good. You know, if you really zoom out on ladies for the month, obviously one thing is looking at this chart. Look at that W pattern that we have. Look at that big W. W for the win. W in the chats, right? W for the win right there. But if you zoom out for the month, this right here has to give you a sense of just hopium, right? We're up 290% for the month still. Beautifully. So I know everybody that's been here for a while on the channel, you guys are still sitting so pretty. And I know days like yesterday, you guys were just eating the dip up, right? Just eating it up because you guys know what you're holding and we know what we have long term, right? We know long term, we're going to go through days like yesterday and the day before, blah, 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 blah. But long term, $2 to $10 billion market cap, 100% still on track. So what price do you potentially see ladies at $10 billion market cap? So we did the math the other day, and $10 billion market cap would be, it would definitely drop 2 zeros. I think it would be at like a 5. It would be basically, what are we at right now? We're at 6 zeros, I believe, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we would drop 2 zeros. So it would be technically 4 zeros and like a 5 would be the price, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that would be somewhere around a $10 billion market cap. Believe it or not, right? People don't realize when you're dealing with all these zeros, right? That when you start like doing 100x, it actually only takes off a few zeros. You think that you're going to 100x, you're going to drop off like 5 zeros, and it doesn't work like that necessarily. So $10 billion from where we're at right now, I don't know, because the market cap has moved up so much. Before, when it was at like a $50 million market cap, it was so easy. Every billion was a 20x. Now that it's at 200, it's a little bit different as far as when we get up to 10 billion, what we're going to be doing. But I believe that's like a 40 to 60x from where we're at right now sitting. Don't quote me on the math though. Coin said, check out Cat with Coin. What you got us looking at, bruh? Cat with Coin, is this what you were talking about, bro? So, not even going to do a fib retracement on this project. What I will tell you is, if this is a project you're interested, be careful. I mean, it's got locked liquidity, but it's very low liquidity, right? Very low. Market cap is relatively low. If this is a project that I was interested in, like I said, be cautious. Small increments, dollar cost averaging in. You're towards the bottom right now. You went on a big run, saw this big double top. Now you've retraced. So I would just be dollar cost averaging in right now, possibly at a good spot. Again, like I said, market cap is so freaking small. So, I mean, this is a project you believe in, but the fact that the liquidity is so low, I'd be very, very cautious. Be very cautious. Abdul said, oh my God, CryptoFud, compare the daily charts of Lady and Bunk. You'll be amazed. Let's look at it. I'm going to do it on CoinMarketCap, though. Compare with... Will it actually compare with Bunk? Yeah, it will. They look pretty... They look pretty in sync. You can... What are we looking at for the month? For the month, Milady's outperforming Bunk. Ladies is in blue. Bunk's going to be the orange or the red, whatever you want to call that. You can see Bunk... Ladies is outperforming Bunk. Technically, at the beginning of the month, it wasn't. But look at the weekly. The weekly looks almost identical. We're still outperforming Bunk, but I mean, it looks identical. But I will tell you, you have to have respect for Bunk, because Milady's market cap is literally like 1/30th of what Bunk's market cap is. I think it's even more. I don't even remember what Bunk's at right now. I know it's well over $1 billion. But the fact that Bunk's still performing pretty well compared to us, that means a lot of money is coming in and out of Bunk. Definitely. But you can see, this is why we always, when people come in and they're like, well, why are you so bullish on Milady particularly? And I always tell them, I'm like, because it has obviously a very big community. So does Bunk, right? So does Pepe. They have big communities. But compared to Pepe and Bunk, Milady's market cap is so much smaller. So the potential for gains is going to be so much more towards Milady compared to Bunk or Pepe. Do I think Pepe or Bunk are going to do good? 100%. I think they're going to do great. They already are doing great. They're doing fantastic. Both of them hitting all-time highs, right? But we just hit all-time highs as well. And what do you think when we get into the thick of the bull market? What do you think is going to do better? A project that's at $3 billion market cap already, or a project that's sitting at 200 million, and they both have very giant communities behind them? I would probably put my money on Milady doing better as far as gains. Amor said Dogecoin millionaire kicked himself for not selling when Grand Stefan and in the real time on live stream. Yep, I remember watching that, Amor. I was heavy in Dogecoin at the time. This was during the Saturday Night Live that night, and Grand Stefan, which is I look at him as a pretty smart investor, right? I really do. He's very big on real estate and stuff like that. And he's sitting here, he's like, pull up your portfolio. He's talking to the Dogecoin millionaire, and he pulls it up, and he's at like $3.2 million right on live, and he's like, it was from a $100,000 investment that the guy went out and took a loan on. He went out, took a loan, $100,000, everything he had, and put it all into Dogecoin, right? And it ended up paying out for him. $3.2 million. And Grand Stefan, Dogecoin at the time was at like 65, 70s. We were approaching all-time highs. And Graham's telling him, dude, sell right now. Hit the sell button. Sell. And Graham Stefan was like, the Dogecoin millionaire was like, nah, bro, I'm waiting to $1. And now you talk to him, and he's still happy. he made a lot of money, but he lost a lot of. He lost from that 3.2 million. He only cashed out. I think it was like $1 million or something like that. And I say only, like, you know, he did really well, right? But he let that greed take over. This is what I was talking about the other day. When you guys are up, and especially if you move really fast, like I said I wasn't going to talk about the story, but I've been bringing it up for the last couple of days because it's such a good example. Randy that's in the chat, he bought in on Book a Meme, right? He caught it at the bottom, and in one day, his investment like freaking 3 or 4x, 5x, he was up $5,000 within hours, right? And Book a Meme was towards its high. We didn't know it was at its high yet, but it was towards its high, and I'm like telling him, I'm like, bro, listen, you're up $5,000 in a few hours. The market cap, if the market cap was at like $100 million, I would have been like, bro, hold on, because it's a small market cap. But it was at $1.2 billion. It went up $1 billion in a day. And I was like, bro, listen, don't let greed take over. You're up $5,000. I was like, I'm telling you, this thing is close to hitting its head somewhere, and it's gonna start retracing. And he was like, you know what? That's right, bro. And he sold, you know. And now you look back and you're like, holy crap! It hit its head, and it retraced 50%. Not saying the project's not a great project, but the point of the story is that when you're up like that, you can easily, that greed can kind of cloud your logic thinking. And you're thinking, oh man, I'm up $5,000. What if this goes up to $50,000, right? And you're not thinking, well, this thing just ran up $1 billion in one freaking day, right? In one freaking day. What, you think it's going to continue to just keep going up billions of dollars every single day? No, it's not. And that's what happened with Doge. You know, we had an epic run. It wasn't overnight, but it happened relatively fast. It happened relatively fast. And you had people like the Dogecoin millionaire, where he was sitting so pretty, he set himself up so perfectly, right? And he was up to that $3.2 million, but he had in his brain that we were going to break that dollar mark. And he let greed take over, and by the time he sold, he missed out on multi-millions of dollars. So I'm sure he's living a good life still, but the point of the story is don't let greed take over. Don't let greed take over. Remember what the point of this whole game that we're in called crypto is to make money, right? So don't let it take over as far as greed. Fax said Milady will be passing Mars soon. Where's she at? Still looking great, sitting above that 200A as we're talking. Gail said, what platform do you buy call? You can buy it off of, it's on the Chronos, so you can buy it off of MMF or VVS in your DeFi wallet. Big Ton said, finally made it here. No alert today. Really, bro? I think they're trying to shadow. What do they call that? Where they're like, you're subscribed to the channel, but they don't give you the alert. Is it shadow banning? YouTube's trying to hold us down, bro. They're like, Milady is getting too big. Crypto FUD's growing too fast. Someone over there is like, another YouTuber is like, you gotta put a stop to this, YouTube. He's killing my views right now. He's killing my views. Don't do the alert for Big Ton. That's my guy. Don't do it. Amor said, trust me, bro, I'm selling. None of that greed, diamond hands stuff. I mean, you gotta know when to hold and know when to fold, right? And I know you understand that, because Amor, I know his story, and my boy's sacrificed for so long, you know, to get into such a good position. So I know when you're, you know, you'll know when you're in that spot where you're like, all right, you know, I'm comfortable with the gains that I have, you know, and I'm gonna, because you gotta remember too, you sell at a nice profit, it's not over with. Now you're gonna, you know, you gotta figure the next play out, right? The next play, and double your profits, triple your profits. That's the name of the game, right? High on high, hoping on some temp. Ladies and temp are my biggest holdings. Nice. Matthew, $40,000 swing this time for me. I'm out and will keep some casino money and forget that S. Beep. Matthew said, amen. Crypto tip with a yes, Lord. What do you what's Tag DZ said drop to 26.23? What do you mean by that? Gail, no problem, I got you. Adam said he didn't get the alert either. Yep, they're shadow banning for sure. They're shadow banning. Amor said they can't stop me, lady. Just how they can't stop the no FUD gang. There we go. Justin said, can you check those 2 projects? What projects, bro? Did I miss what you were saying? I see your emojis. I'm scrolling up. What projects are you talking about? I must have missed your comment, bro. I'm sorry, dude. Justin just asked again. James just joined the membership. Welcome, James. Welcome, welcome, brother. Welcome, welcome, James. Gail said, should I sell my gecko? Should they sell their gecko for me, lady? Let's check out, before I pull this chart up, if this thing is literally still looking like a line around the 618. Oh, look, it bounced. It's looked like it's bouncing. So it's below the 618. That's right. We had this support level right here. And you can see it literally has just like slowly but surely drained all the way down to the support level that we have here, which is crazy. That's crazy. Sometimes when I put support levels and they like a week later it comes and hits, I'm like, good God. I'm just so amazed. Justin just came through and just blessed 5 more people with memberships. Justin came through last week and did the same thing, bro. Justin, I'm going to have to bless you with a free membership right there, bro, because I appreciate that. Now 5 people just jumped in and grabbed it. It looks like Matthew, Jasmy, Dottie, AI. I thought you were already in here. And Sean all jumped in. Everybody, you guys owe Justin a big thank you so much for that the 5 memberships right there. Justin, you're the real MVP, bro. Appreciate that, dude. Appreciate that. I'm gonna bless you, dude. I'm pretty sure I can give out memberships. I got you 100%. All right, dude. You consider yourself a member. Let me see if I can. Let me see here. I'm gonna add you. I gotta figure it out. It's not letting me do it right here off this. But I'm 100% gonna add you on here. So y'all say thank you to Justin. Appreciate that, bro. So going back to the question real quick that they were asking, should they sell their gecko for Milady? So one thing I will say about gecko is that it does have, it hasn't been in the last like week where people are like, hey, check out gecko. But I swear for like a solid 2 or 3 weeks, everybody would come in and it'd be like 20 different people throughout each stream asking me to about gecko. So what I'll say is I think honestly the community is there behind this project. The market cap is low and it is on a move right now. So I mean, that's a call that you're gonna have to make, right? Long term, like I said, I am a big believer in Milady. I really am a big believer. So I mean, it would have to be a call that you would have to make right now. Are you up on gecko? Are you down on gecko? That would also be another thing that you have to take in consideration, right? As far as that. But I think, you know, that you're looking like you want to bounce and you might be going on a run right now with gecko as well. So maybe not sell yourself short. Go on a nice run. And maybe if you make some nice profits, regardless of wherever Milady's at, reposition yourself on gecko and jump in on Milady wherever we're at. So, but that would kind of be like a call on yourself just as far as like whatever your financial situation is. And sorry if I missed anybody's questions or anything like that. I had to like scroll through. Nah, Justin, don't worry, dude. I promise you're gonna be part of the members, bro. That you've gifted. Justin handedly has gifted like 10 people memberships, all just between Justin. So that's what's up. I appreciate that, bro. A lot of people are gonna gain a lot of knowledge just from what you did, bro. So I appreciate that. You're the real MVP, dude. Really, it is. Mohammed said, do you think Milady can 10x from here? In my opinion, 10x, 100%. I easily think that she can 10x. And I say that, Mohammed, because we'll pull the market cap right back up. I always go by market cap, right? A 10x from right here, Mohammed, would be somewhere around a $2 billion market cap. $2 billion. So I honestly, that kind of falls right into my threshold of what I predict Milady can do. Somewhere around $2 to $10 billion market cap is what I'm predicting. So to answer your question, my opinion, yes, I do believe that Milady can easily do a 2x from right here. I think she's most likely going to fall, like I said, between that 2 to 10, most likely closer towards the upper $5 to $10 billion market cap is what I think. And the way things are moving, right? All we really need is like that Binance listing, us getting into altcoin season, and I think Milady's is going to freaking rocket right up to $1 billion very easily, right? So that right there is a 5x right there alone. And then you kind of move from there. We're in altcoin season. Milady's is at $1 billion. She's traded on Binance. You're going to have a lot of people looking at Milady, right? You're going to have a lot of people jumping in, FOMOing in on Milady when she's at $1 billion. You guys see how Pepe and Bonk, they've easily shattered $1 billion. Easily. Imagine what Milady's is going to be doing. She's going to easily shatter that $1 billion mark. And I think once we get up, really, you guys remember what I was saying. This was just a few weeks ago. Once we get up to that $500 million mark, I think we're going to get up to $1 billion fast. And I don't even think we need Binance to do that. Hopefully by then, I think the most bullish scenario would be for Milady is us get up to about $500 million off the run that we're on right now. We get up to about 500 million, FOMO sets in, we start rocketing up to $1 billion, and then Binance jumps on. They end up listing Milady after we're at $1 billion. That's where I can see Milady easily jumping up to multi-billion dollars, and I mean quick. You imagine that kind of scenario? Oh man, that would play out the ultimate for Milady. Bitcoin and Milady, I mean, right now all the projects are looking good, right? We've been down for the last couple days, but you guys can basically see this is what happens when you're in the beginning stages of a bull market, right? We have a few days where we had some retracement, but you can see just in one day we're already pretty much halfway eating up those losses. And you guys remember what we covered. We covered this a few months ago, we covered this a few weeks ago, and we covered this a few days ago. As far as Bitcoin, every time she makes a high, an all-time high, historically speaking, she usually will retrace 20, sometimes 30% after that all-time high, right? She did it multiple times in 2021, and when she did that, I'll even pull it up, when she did that in 2021, she had people scared crapless, right? When we were doing this, I even personally was, nervous as hell because I had a lot of money in the market. And this is back in 2020, 2021. We made this all-time high to 42,000. And I know some people are like, oh, God, we're going through this again. You got to do it, right? We got to make sure. There's a lot of new people here. A lot of new people in crypto. But you can see we made all-time highs in 2021. We made it up to 42,000. And right after that, she retraced 32%. 32%. Do you want to know what the market was like at that time? We were so just, Bitcoin's going to 100 grand. Can't tell me anything. Everybody was wrong about crypto. We're at 42,000. We just made all-time highs. We're at the top of the world. Bitcoin drops 32%. Now you have everybody. Bitcoin's going back to 3 grand. It's all over with. This was a fake bull run. Blah, 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 blah. And what does Bitcoin do right after that? About a week of us sitting down after that 30% drop, Bitcoin shoots up 100% to go make all-time highs again, right? But what happens after she does that? Makes another all-time high, retraces 26%. And what do you think everybody was doing when we were on our way back up? We're going to the moon. Bitcoin's going to 100,000. You can't tell me anything. Blah, 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 blah. We dropped 26%. And what do you think they were all saying again? The same people too. Same people. Bitcoin's going to $3,000. This was a fake pump. Blah, 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 blah. And it over and over and over, right? Over and over. This is what happened. So the point of what I'm getting to is, when we're in these bull runs, you're going to have retracements, right? You're going to make all-time highs. We're going to have retracements. But the main thing that I want to point out is that if this was our retracement that we just saw, if this was our retracement from this high to where we just saw yesterday, that was a 17.68% retracement. That would be the smallest retracement that we've seen in a bull run since, and I'm going back just from 2021, right? That would be the smallest retracement we've seen. We're setting ourselves up. If that was the bottom of the retracement and now we're going up to make new all-time highs, I'm telling you guys, we are setting ourselves up for massive, massive movement. And we talk about Bitcoin because it's going to roll over to the rest of the market. And what do you think something like Milady is going to do with a small $200 million market cap? She is going to freaking fly. She's going to fly, guys. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. We're holding on to a good thing. I think right now, honestly, to answer what other people are asking, is it too late? I don't think we're too late at all to just continue to dollar cost average in. That's what I think, honestly. I think that we are about to be right back on our run for the most part, where there's always going to be turbulence, right? There's always going to be retracements. But if you understand the long-term plan and where we're headed, then you wouldn't even be hesitating to eat up these dips. You wouldn't be hesitating whatsoever to be eating up these dips. Muhammad said, damn, only 2,000 subscribers is crazy. You'll have 100K by the end of the year. I appreciate that. I believe that too, bro. You want to know, so the story on CryptoFud was, I've been in crypto for years, right? I tell you guys my stories from back in 2020, 2021, right? I've always been a people person. I've always been, a person when I was in school. I could easily get in front of the whole school and talk, right? I never had that shy bone in me. I like to get in front of people and almost entertain, right? Per se. Well, crypto, when I saw the gains that I was getting from crypto, I just was so fascinated, right? I was like, this is awesome, right? It's just such a great feeling. Obviously, you have the downs as well, going through the bear markets and stuff like that. But the point of what I'm getting to is about a little over a year ago, was like, you know what? I want to just be out there and tell my story. I want to be out there and give my knowledge, and talk crypto with people that love crypto, right? So I started my channel a little bit over a year ago and started it in the thick of the bear run, right? And YouTube crypto is just like the markets, right? When it's a bear market, not a lot of people are looking up crypto. Not a lot of people want to talk about crypto. Not a lot of people are in the crypto space. They leave, right? So I wanted to make my channel when we were down and out, right? So what I'm getting to is it took a whole year for me to jump up to 2,000 subscribers. But now it's picking up very fast because, the markets are picking up, right? We're here every day streaming, and we're building this beautiful community behind not only Milady, but just the channel itself, right? So I agree with you. I think, in the next year, as we're continuing in this bull run, that the channel is going to grow very fast. I really do agree with you. And as we do grow, I am going to dedicate more and more time to the channel and to everybody in here, right? My big thing is focusing on, obviously, our streams and, the channel itself. But really, another thing that I'm very focused on is the memberships, because I want to make sure that that, you know, when if you invest that $5 and you become a member, that you guys are getting some good knowledge and you're making some good plays off of the membership, right? So I appreciate those kind words, though. And we're definitely gonna blow not just the channel, but Milady itself. We're all gonna blow. Amor said there was a crypto YouTuber who was super popular during 2021. Once the bear market started, she disappeared. Now all of a sudden she's back. I'll tell you, bro, it's rough. It's rough during the bear market, right? Even your number one cryptos, like even like George right now, is like, you'll go on his stream and he's like, I got 10,000 people in here. He's like, holy crap, you know, because he remembers like in the last 2 years he would have like 1,000 people in his streams, you know, because it was just a bear market. Not a lot of people, only the diehards, like a lot of us, the diehards, wanted to talk about crypto. But you have a lot of people that kind of, it's like a seasonal thing, you know, like, you know, they care about crypto, but when it's down, they're like, I don't even want to freaking talk about it. You know, I don't even want to talk about it. Let me know when we're back up, you know, kind of thing. So you have the bigger cryptos now, the bigger crypto channels now. They're like, holy crap, they're seeing thousands and thousands of people subscribing and you know, in their lives. And I always hear it in George's stream. He'll be like, holy crap, we have 10,000 people here. You know, because it's like now it's all coming back. That's how it was in 2021. Your favorite crypto people were having 10, 20,000 people in their streams. You go a year ago and it was like down to like 1,000 people per stream. It was like ghost town. So that's why I wanted to do it during the bear market, right? Because I was like, man, if I can make it through the bear market, the bull market's going to be a breeze. So Gail said, I understand what you mean about greed. I had to put 1,000 in Crow in 2021. It was going up, up, up. I turned it to 9,000, kept saying I'm going to wait until it goes to 10,000. Guess what happened? I know, bro. We all know. I remember that time too with Chronos, or at the time it was Crow, right? Crow got up to almost $1, but then it retraced. It did. And I think we all have stories like that, right? Gina said, keep up the good work. The emoji's in my way. I can't see. Or it says, you are great at what you do. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. I really do. I appreciate you guys, every single one of you guys, with the kind words. I really do. And I tell you guys, I honestly enjoy being here with you guys. I really do. I enjoy being here and just talking crypto and being able to bring all this with you guys. So I really do. So let's just go through a recap. We're about hitting that 2-hour mark. So you guys can see a green. We're looking great, guys. The market today picked up just like we kind of anticipated on the last few days. Remember, I was telling you guys, I was like, listen, for the next 2 days, I'm bearish. But that's about it. Hopefully, the wordage comes out and we're good. And I'll be right back to being bullish. And that's pretty much how it played out. So you can see the market looks good. Obviously, I'll just recap. You know, we had the Fed meetings today. Jerome said pretty much the number one sentence was that we're still on track to have interest rates reduced towards the end of the year. That's all we needed to hear out of that, and pretty much the markets are reacting positively. So as far as the charts, nothing's changed. We are looking good as far as the charts for Bitcoin and Milady. You guys can see for right now, we did break the 20, the 50, but we are hitting our head. This is for Bitcoin on the 100 and the 200A. This is on the 2 hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we need to come back down for Bitcoin and maybe retest either our support level right here at the 66.4 or come back and retest this 50-day moving average. Either or, both very bullish, and I think we're going to be perfectly fine as far as that. So if we do see somewhat of a small retracement for Bitcoin, we're perfectly fine, guys. We're perfectly fine. And for ladies, the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if ladies is playing out some kind of a bull flag as of now. But you guys can see, remember at the beginning of the stream, we had just broke out, and I said I want to see some confirmation above this 200-day moving average, And we pretty much have confirmed it for now that we are finding support above this 200. We can easily break the 200 and come back and maybe, like I said, just like Bitcoin, come back and maybe do a healthy retracement somewhere around where we have the support at the 25, or if we come back and just retest the 20-day moving average. As long as we stay above either or, we're still very bullish. But maybe we don't even need to come back and retrace that. We kind of will stay within this small channel right here, maybe bounce at the fib right here at the 27, and then we start going on another run. Point of the story is, we're looking damn good, guys. We are looking good, and I hope you guys honestly have been following the streams and really taking advantage of yesterday. Like I was telling you, we're looking good. We're bullish. Eat up those dips. And if we continue, are you blessed with some kind of another dip, we're perfectly fine. It'll be perfectly healthy. Eat them up. Because long term, you guys know where we're headed. We have the halving in 40 days from now, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if things start moving fast. So stay strong out there. Like I said, if you guys get any of those dips, take advantage of them if you're able to. But other than that, guys, I think we covered pretty much everything for today. I think we covered everything. I'm going to let you guys go. I had a wonderful night with you guys. Make sure you guys make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys can get those instant alerts whenever we do go live. Other than that, guys, Blue Oyster hit me with a question right before we're leaving. Give Aldo a look at, please. I'll do it, bro. I'll do it. Is this on Ethereum? It looks good, bro. Definitely on a nice little run. So market cap, holy crap. Market cap's at $900 million. This is a big project right here. Market cap's, damn, $900 million. The liquidity's at around 13 million. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. It looks like it's making a beautiful V-shaped recovery, right? So you made like an all-time high right here. You found that support right here, which will map out. You found that support right around this area right here at the 39, and you basically have gone on another run. So I mean, looks very bullish for this project. I can't believe that it's at almost $1 billion for this project. That's crazy. Ondo is a government's token on Flux Finance. Oh, nice. Yeah, bro, this looks very bullish. I don't know where you're at or if you're up, but just keep an eye on it, because obviously you're getting up towards that $1 billion market cap. So don't get greedy, all right? Don't be greedy. But looks really good. As far as any kind of retracements, if you get blessed with it coming back down towards around that 40-cent mark, anywhere around there, I would be dollar cost averaging in and just eating the dip on there. So, but other than that, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a wonderful night. Tomorrow we'll be right back on here. Same time, same place, all right? Thank you guys so much.